A horde of rotting zombies are chasing three men down an alley, a rock musician, a businessman and a chef. The three of them run for their lives in fear. The rock musician noticed that a zombie with only 4 fingers could almost reach his jacket. He slapped the zombie's hand straight away from himself. This made the zombies even more aggressive and faster. Why is this game so real? The chef then pulled him forward by his jacket and yelled not to fight but to keep running. Later, the three found a warehouse. The cook banged open the door with his leg. All three ran straight in and slammed the door behind them, unaware of the body behind the boxes. Panting, the three lean against the door. The rock musician opened his map and says, "This place does not have zombies, do not lure them here." While the three examine the map, the body behind the boxes moves a little. The system informed the body that the information had finished loading. He tried to get up and gave a deep groan. What the other players heard and looked in the direction shocked. A zombie is in front of them. Confused, the cook says, "Did not it say that this place does not have zombies? What a crappy system." The rock musician replied that the game has a bug. "What a junk game, don't let the zombie keep screaming or more zombies will come, 3 against 1. The zombie looks at the three with his red eyes. But, from the zombie's perspective, he looks at his status window. The normal zombie is a player named Ling Yan. Confused, he wonders if he's arrived in the game. He got a message from the system that he can't exit the game until he's completed his main mission. He's shocked when he read that he can't leave the game to repick. The three run to attack him. With a roar, the three ran to Ling Yan with their guns. "What the hell, what are you guys doing?" The three attacked him. He covered his head with his hands and asked if they could sit down and talk about it. But the three only hear him moaning like a zombie. Ling Yan got a message from the system what his final mission would be. He must find out the truth about the virus outbreak and then stop the virus. Our protagonist doesn't think that's okay at all. What the hell? How long must I do the main mission? Customer service. I'm not playing anymore. Let me out. Now he continues to complain, "Why my first time playing this type of game and I need to get trapped inside the game." The rock musician noticed that our MC is a bit different from the other zombies because he knows that you have to protect your head. With open arms and tears in his eyes, the MC says, "Brothers, you finally understood, I'm different from other zombies." From the other player's point of view, he raises his arms and lets out a loud roar. The three are startled by his disgusting expression. The businessman then says that the zombie is an elite zombie and that's why the system couldn't recognize it. He slammed his knife into the zombie's neck. The rock musician agrees with him that an elite monster has a lot of valuable items and that they become rich when they kill him. All three are now attacking him in good spirits. "No, no, no, I am a normal zombie player. Stop attacking me, it hurts." But then our protagonist noticed that he doesn't feel pain because a zombie has no sense of it. While still blocking the attacks from the three, he looks in his window that he has 3 skills and the attacks from the three are not effective. The businessman could stab his knife in our protagonist's leg. Now he realized that if he didn't attack back, they would defeat him. He let out a deep groan. Which the three didn't like because zombies would come here from the noise and the three wouldn't stand a chance against a horde of undead. He still wanted to talk to those. But the three have already run away. A notification from the system warned Ling Yan that his hunger rate had reached 50%, and he would lose consciousness if it fell below 25%. He expressed frustration with the game's mechanics, questioning why he had to be a zombie. Despite the setback, Ling Yan remained optimistic, noticing that his strength was higher than the average player's. But, he reverted to a negative attitude, expressing his disdain for being a zombie. He also expressed disappointment with the game's profession selection, believing that he had been fooled. Now we are in the past, Zombie World game has been released. Ling Yan stood next to the huge line of people and is amazed that so many people gather here. But now he can only watch other players play the game. He was about to go home when a guy dressed in black bumped into him. He apologized, but the guy looked at him for a while. The guy presses the things he was carrying to our protagonist. Take it. He looks at the stuff and realizes it's the new game Zombie World. He wanted to say something to the guy, but he was gone as he appeared. When he got home he wondered if he should play it. But since he got it for free, he can also try it out. When he put it on, a virus attacked and he became dizzy. Back to the present. I'm so stupid to even play this crappy game. Let's first go out to find food. A horde of zombies rushed into the building when he tried to open the door. With his hand in front of his mouth, he moved backwards, startled. Those people had been eaten? The zombies slowly moved towards our protagonist. Look closely. I'm a zombie, not a human. If nothing happens, the zombies will block the door and I'll be a dead meat. Our man decides to fight and hits a zombie's face with his fist so hard that the zombie falls to the ground. But he realized that he cannot defeat the zombie crowd. The zombie crowd runs towards them with a loud groan. But he ate the fallen zombie instead of our MC. Surprised at how real the zombies are, he left the room as fast as he could. Finally, and with positive thoughts, he found a supermarket. As he grabbed what was to eat, he reflected that if the humans were fewer, the zombies would eat their own kind. After eating most of the snacks, he looks at his system window and realizes that he needs 10 experience points to evolve. But how do you obtain experience points? Now our protagonist thinks that as a human being you can exchange information, but as a zombie, he can only explore for himself, and if he can't complete the mission, he can't exit the game. What a nightmare, he thinks. Suddenly his stomach rumbles for meat. Unquestionable, he asked why he is still hungry. The system informed him that his hunger rate is currently 30%. What is going on? I eaten so much, why is there no effect? Could it be? Only now did the system tell him that he can only eat meat to satisfy his hunger. He wonders where he would find meat around here. His instinct found flesh outside of the market. As he staggers around, he finds it so annoying that the game is so real and he has to find a guy on his own or it gets too dangerous. His mind loudly thirsts for meat, causing him to slowly lose control of his body. As he looks around a corner, he finds a zombie alone in a hallway. With a hungry look, his mouth waters and turns into gas. I shall pick him, he says. Desperately, he runs towards to the zombie. He bit a piece of meat out of the body's shoulder. The zombie groans deeply and turns to our MC. The zombie bites his arm. Stop biting me, our protagonist exclaimed angrily. He counters with a smack on the zombie's head, but only takes damage himself. Groaning, the zombie tore a piece of flesh from his arm. Our protagonist then thought that this guy's attribute is weird. He looks at the zombie's status and is startled to see that the zombie's strength is too high for him. He figured if he couldn't defeat it, he'd have to flee. Then he noticed that zombie is so much slower than him because agility of this zombie is 1. Now he knows that he has so much time because he is so slow that he wants to prepare a big feast for him. In the next scene we see our MC in a kitchen and think it's done now. At the same time, the zombie approaches him from the corridor. He throws a knife at the zombie's forehead, but that doesn't stop him. So he slams all the kitchen utensils onto the zombie. I have to say it's definitely a very well thought out plan. All this just pissed off the zombie. He let out a loud groan which alerted the other zombies. Our protagonist knows he needs to end this quickly. He took a pipe to which he had several cleavers attached and used it to separate the zombie's feet. This causes the zombie to fall to the ground, where it catches several pins, as our player had previously scattered pins on the ground. He then grabbed an axe and attacked the zombie with it. The zombie looked startled as the axe severed his head. Exhausted, our MC sat down. He grabbed some flesh from the zombie. He looked at it in disgust, telling himself it was just a game and that the flesh was just dates. He closed his nose and ate a piece, although he didn't smell anything. He swallowed it down. Unexpectedly, the disgustingly rotten flesh tastes delicious. Ling Yan finds this kind of layering amazing. His hunger rate is also filled to the maximum. Some zombies came from behind because of the noise from earlier. He thinks they don't allow him to enjoy the meal all by himself. He then grabs the corpse's arm and throws it at the zombies, and cried out to them, "Take it, my reward for you." While the zombies are eating, he runs right down the hallway. He arrived in a small room and locked it behind him. After everything that has happened, he sits down wearily. The system informed him that he had received a new skill as a reward for gaining cannibalism by eating his own kind. The skill is called Glutton. You do 10% more damage with it. The MC now wishes he had the skill sooner so he didn't have to work so hard. But now he knows he's gaining experience by killing his own species, and if he uses his brain, evolve won't be far off. Now he hears noises that aren't made by a zombie. The players talk about the fact that there is a lot of food and fewer zombies in this place and that they have a mission to complete. He opened the door slightly and checked if they were going to the supermarket. Now he makes a surprised face when he sees that one of them is carrying a gun. Isn't that like too overpowered? Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe.